Yo, what is up everybody? It's Unique One Expression and welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking things to new heights, literally. We're diving deep into the world of drone photography. Unlock the secrets to stunning aerial imagery. Whether you're just launching or already soaring, these pro tips and tricks will elevate your drone photography game. So grab your drone, charge those batteries, and let's get freaking lost in the sky. Alright, before we even touch that drone, we got to talk about planning. This is crucial, people. It's like the difference between showing up at the airport with a first-class ticket and wandering around lost in the cargo hold. You don't want to be the cargo hold wanderer, trust me. First things first, airspace regulations. Nobody wants to get in trouble with the FAA, right? So we use apps like DJI Fly. It's a lifesaver, seriously. You can check airspace restrictions, plan your flight path, set waypoints, the whole shebang. Next up, weather, wind, rain, fog. These are not your friends when you're 400 feet in the air with a flying camera. Use apps like UAV Forecast or Windy to get the lowdown on wind speeds, visibility, all that jazz. Remember, safety first, epic shots second. Now, before you even leave the house, scout your location virtually. Google Earth, past drone footage, whatever you can find. Get a feel for the lay of the land, potential obstacles, and most importantly, the good stuff, those epic viewpoints. And don't forget about the golden hours. Sunrise and sunset, my friends, that's where the magic happens. Check those times, plan your flight accordingly, and get ready for some mind-blowing light. All right, now that we've got the planning down, let's talk locations, baby. Location is everything in drone photography. We're not just talking about a pretty spot, we're talking about a place with character, with depth, with a story to tell. Think coastlines with those dramatic cliffs and crashing waves, mountain ridges that disappear into the clouds, waterfalls cascading down like liquid silk, city skylines glowing under the setting sun. These are the places that make your drone footage pop off the screen. But how do you find these epic spots? Well, Google Earth is your best friend, seriously. Spend some time exploring, get lost in the digital world, and you'll be amazed at what you uncover. Social media is another goldmine. Search for drone photography hashtags in your area or places you want to visit. And here's a pro tip, don't be afraid to explore off the beaten path. Some of the most incredible locations are hidden gems just waiting to be discovered. Just remember, safety first, always. Check for any restrictions, get permission if needed, and be respectful of the environment. Okay, so we've got our flight plan. We found the perfect location now. Let's talk about the heart of it all, the camera settings. This is where the magic really happens, people. First and foremost, shoot in RAW. I cannot stress this enough. RAW gives you maximum flexibility in post-production. It's like shooting in digital negative. You've got all the data, all the dynamic range to play with later. Next up, ISO. Keep it low, my friends, ideally 100. Lower ISO means less noise, and less noise means cleaner, more professional-looking footage. Now let's talk about exposure. Manual mode is your best friend here. It gives you complete control over shutter speed, aperture, and ISO, so you can dial in the perfect exposure for every shot. Shutter speed is key, especially when you're dealing with movement. A faster shutter speed will freeze the action, while a slower shutter speed will create that beautiful motion blur. Experiment and see what works best for your shot. And speaking of motion blur, if you're shooting video and you want that cinematic look, North Dakota filters are your best friend. They reduce the amount of light hitting the sensor, allowing you to use slower shutter speeds even in bright conditions. Finally, white balance. Lock that bad boy in for consistent color throughout your shoot. You can always adjust it in post, but it's always easier to start with a solid foundation. Chapter 4. Execute a pro-level shoot. All right, it's showtime, people. We've planned, we've prepped, now it's time to fly that drone and capture some epic footage. But remember, smooth operator, we don't want any jerky movements or sudden drops. Start with simple moves, reveals, top down, slow pans. Get comfortable with the controls, get a feel for the drone's movement. Once you've mastered the basics, you can start getting more creative. Use manual gimbal control or built-in modes like point of interest or active track to create smooth, controlled shots. These modes are your secret weapon for capturing those cinematic, professional-looking shots. And here's a pro tip, avoid flying too fast. It's tempting to want to zip around and see everything, but trust me, slow and steady wins the race. Slow, deliberate movements make for much more pleasing footage. Another thing to keep in mind is altitude. Don't be afraid to get low. Get close to your subject. Low-altitude flights offer dynamic perspectives, especially when combined with motion. And finally, always record more than you need. Get multiple takes, vary your angles, experiment with different movements. It's always better to have too much footage than not enough. Chapter 5. Edit with precision. All right, we've landed safely, footage in hand. Now it's time for the final act, post-production. This is where you take those raw clips and turn them into a masterpiece. First things first, choose your weapon, your editing software. There are tons of great options out there, but my personal favorite is DaVinci Resolve. It's powerful, it's versatile, and best of all, it's free. Once you've got your software, it's time to start trimming. Go through your footage, select the strongest takes, and get rid of anything you don't need. Remember, less is more. Now it's time for the fun part, color correction and grading. This is where you bring your footage to life, enhance those natural tones, and create a specific mood or feeling. LUTs, or lookup tables, are a great way to add a cinematic look to your footage, but be careful. It's easy to go overboard with LUTs. Use them sparingly and always make sure they enhance your footage, not overpower it. Music is another crucial element in post-production. Choose music that matches the mood and feel of your footage. Artlist is a great resource for royalty-free music. And finally, transitions. If you're combining multiple clips, use transitions that enhance the flow of your video, not distract from it. Simple cuts, cross dissolves, and fades are your best bet. Chapter 6 must have apps and tools. Alright, before we wrap things up, I want to share some must-have apps and tools that will take your drone photography to the next level. Think of these as your digital sidekicks, always there to lend a helping hand. First up, for flight safety, we've got UAV Forecast, AirMap, and B4 Fly. These apps are essential for checking airspace regulations, weather conditions, and potential hazards. Safety first, always. Now, for those epic automated flight paths and orbit shots, apps like DJI Fly and Drone Deploy are your new best friends. These apps let you pre-program your flight path so you can focus on getting the perfect shot. And for those times when you need to edit on the go, the DaVinci Resolve app for your phone or tablet is a lifesaver. It's a stripped-down version of the desktop software, but it's still incredibly powerful and allows you to make quick edits and share your footage on the fly. And there you have it, folks. Those are my pro tips and tricks for mastering drone photography. Remember, it's all about planning, creativity, and practice. So get out there, experiment, and most importantly, have fun. And that's a wrap! Hopefully you guys picked up some new skills today and are feeling inspired to get out there and capture some jaw-dropping drone shots. Drone photography is more than flying. It's storytelling from above. With planning, creativity, and these pro tips, you'll be ready to capture your world from a whole new perspective. Like and subscribe for more aerial inspiration. Unique one expression, and let's keep rising together.